Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do an MSS update to start off the week. Haven't had a chance to do any updates or anything like that over the last couple of days. We were traveling over the weekend, but wanted to come in and just kind of talk a little bit about MSS. I've had a couple of people message me about it, especially with the price being where it is right now. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Of course, want to start off by saying that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. You get into anything in the crypto space, especially in the passive income space, the space that we're in, just know that there is risk involved with everything. There's nothing risk-free out here or guaranteed. So if you're going to get in, you need to be able to tolerate the risk and be okay with it. And number two, you should only be putting in risk capital, guys, funds you can afford to lose. Your life will be better. Um, and your peace of mind will be there if you're only playing with risk capital, right? You're only putting in risk capital. If you're putting funds in here that shouldn't be in here, you're borrowing from credit cards or spending the kids' tuition money or rent money or mortgage money or retirement funds or anything like that. Yeah, you're going to be a walking basket case. So one of the reasons why I've been able to remain even keeled over the last several years, the years that we've been in this space, is because we're only putting in risk capital into things. And if something goes away or something goes sideways, we're okay with it. We move on. We find the next thing that we can jump into, if that makes sense. So, anyway, sorry about going off on a tangent, but I think it was important that it had to be said. Anyway, if you look at what's going on here with MSS, yes, the price is down a little bit. People have asked me, "Hey, are you worried about it?" No, not really. Because, like I said, I only put in risk capital into things. And number two, um, the dev is, at least in my eyes, proven that he's trustworthy. Now, again, there's nothing out here in this space that's completely 100% trustworthy or reliable. But as far as any other devs that I've seen, there's only been maybe a handful of devs, that, I would quote unquote trust, right? Not going to name the other ones, but Aaron has been pretty solid. We've gone through ups and downs in the last couple of weeks or last couple of months, rather, with MSS, with the exploit that happened early on. Then there was another one, and he's always been pretty transparent about everything that's been going on. He's been communicating, and he's accessible. I mean, what else can you ask for in a dev, right? Someone that's completely, they're working on solutions. They're behind the scenes. They're working. They're putting in the time. They're communicating with the community, and again, being accessible and available. And then always doing these weekly AMAs, that's always a good thing, because I've been in projects, right, with devs that never to be found, right? Completely anonymous, they don't show themselves. And again, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's just the way they choose to operate. And we've made money with a lot of those platforms. So again, I'm not knocking it, but it's just a breath of fresh air to have a dev that is, accessible and, is showing himself, right? Now, does that mean that this project is risk free and it's going to be here for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years or something like that? No, who knows what's going to happen in the future, right? But going back to what I said, am I worried about it? No, not really. I mean, that's crypto. That's the nature of how these platforms and tokens work. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. It's based on the community's behavior. Are people selling? We'll say, well, why is the price going down? Because people are selling more than they're buying. Bottom line, right? Why does the price go up? Because people buy more than they sell, right? Um, and so, we're at a point right now where there are some people with positions, and maybe they have liquid MSS in their wallets, and they're selling them off, right? And that's fine. I mean, that's any crypto, right? If you look at, and by the way, the entire market is down. Right? I think Bitcoin's down 13% over the last week. Ethereum is down. Solana's down like 25% over the last week, right? BNB is down, right? And the whole market is down because of things that are going on in the world. And so, am I saying that that's the reason why the price of MSS is down? No, I'm not saying that, but you got to kind of step back a little bit and look at the entire big picture, right? So, for me, I'm gonna just stick to my plan, right? My plan is to compound, right? On days that I'm allocated to compound. Like, I have my own strategy, right? Everyone should have their own way of doing things. Like, there's days that I'm going to compound, and then there's days that I'm going to withdraw and claim. But when I withdraw and claim, I'm not going to sell the native token, right? I want to use uh moon yield, right, to borrow MUSD with that MSS, and then take a portion of that MUSD, lock in profit, right? put it in my wallet, right? Sell it for BNB and lock in profit, and then take the other bit of it, right? Whatever the ratio is, right? And buy more MSS. And with the price of MSS being where it is right now, two things happen. Number one, we're able to buy more MSS for those same dollars, right? Because the price is down. And number two, we help stabilize, if not drive up the price, because we're continuously buying MSS with the BNB we got from selling MUSD. The MUSD we got from lending MSS, right? So it's all a big perpetual cycle, right? Now, is everybody going to do it that way? No, no. People that want this to work for a long time, they probably should do it that way. But of course, people are going to do whatever they want to do, and maybe they're not looking at this being a long-term deal, and they just want to get in and get out. And again, that's their prerogative. There's nothing, I'm not going to. That's what they want to do, and that's what they got in for. Then that's what they got in for. It's the way it is, right? That's how crypto is. But again, I'm just going to stick to my game plan of compounding on days when I compound, and then claiming on days that I allocated to claim, right? And then we'll see what happens in the future. But again, what more can you ask from a project than having, a dev that's trustworthy and, doing the right things, right? Because again, we've seen platforms where devs have been malicious, right? They say one thing, they do another, right? They they sell, on top of their community's heads, right? I've seen everything happen, right? And Aaron doesn't have that type of reputation. He hasn't done that. I mean, I don't think he's going to do that, right? So, we're going to stick to this. Of course, we're in a period in the market where it's down. Once it stabilizes and goes back up, we'll see what happens. We're just going to stay disciplined and keep doing what we're doing with this. We're still earning quite a bit, even with the price being where it is right now. We're like at $2,500 a day or something like that. And am I going to sit here and complain that I'm making $2,500 a day from a platform? No, I'm not going to do that, right? Now, am I going to sit here and just put all my eggs in one basket and not, and just, I'm not going to do that either, right? Because again, I've been in this game for way too long. I'm a veteran, right? A veterano, right? I've been around an OG, and we should always be diversified. But I'm still feeling strong about this platform, still feeling bullish, and like I said, I feel good about the dev, right? So we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and using the right way, or at least in my eyes, the right way of cashing out, right? And that's cashing out without selling the native token. Um, so the community is supported and we help the project. Now, again, if it's just one or two people doing it that way, it's not going to help, right? You need to have a lot of people doing it that way, the bulk of the community doing it that way, or it's just not gonna work. So we'll see what happens. Who knows what the future holds for this platform, for anything, for crypto, for the entire crypto market, for that matter. But we're gonna stay doing what we're doing with mint stake share. So again, good opportunity to buy, maybe, right? Like I'm gonna buy some today, right? Um, I'm going to use uh, MUS. I'm going to sell some MUSD for BNB and then turn around and throw that in and buy some. Why not? At this price, why not? Right. So that being said, guys, just a quick little, I guess, video, right, of Mint Stake Share. My thoughts just to start off the week. And again, this week, I'll give you some more updates and things of that nature. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, not sweating it. It's going to keep doing what we're doing. If you know me, if you've been around my channel for any period of time, if you've been an OG like subscriber, then you already know we never get too high, we never get too low. We just kind of maintain an even keel and try not to get emotional about things. Do I get emotional sometimes on things? I'm human, right? So sometimes I might, but you'll never know, right? And as far as us getting, you know, emotional about these crypto projects, no, we're just going to stay disciplined. I think at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is we've already set aside so much crypto in our we set aside so much that even if we never do another video or jump into another platform ever again, we'll be okay. And it's crazy because we started off with zero when we first got into this space. When we first started this channel, we started off with zero. I had to borrow money to get into my first project. And when I got in, within like 2 or 3 weeks, that project disappeared, like literally disappeared, right? What do I mean by that? The blue screen of death. You guys remember the blue screen of death, right? You try to find the website and there's like no no site whatsoever. That's what happened. That's how I got my start in this space. So I lost that borrowed money and had to start off from scratch, right? Got into another platform that where it was, I think it was like $50 to get in. Not going to name the platform. Well, yeah, should I name? It was one of those platforms where you you got to watch ads, right? I got into that, made a little bit of money in that, and just started to build little by little, right? So anyway, I don't even know why I'm talking about that. MSS, get you some at this price. Might be a good idea. We'll see, right? But yeah, I'll catch you on the next update video. Follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel. As always, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and only put in what you can afford to lose. Peace.